Well, today's the 5th of January, it's 2023, and we're somewhere different today. We're in Winchester, and we've just arrived. It's quite early in the morning, so our first stop is going to be breakfast. But we've stopped here particularly because of having a look at the river. It is full and fast flowing. Just take a look at that. That's the water coming down the river there, and it's very nearly going over the sides, just so there are some bags out just to protect areas that might get flooded. But lots of water in there because there's been lots of rain. And the thing that does amaze me is that you can actually see the bottom of the water. It looks quite deep here, and it is very fast flowing. I'm not sure you can tell, but it is actually very, very clear water. So as you can see, we've arrived quite early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, but the architecture straight away hits you here in Winchester. Lots of beautiful buildings, and I think this one has got a rank quite highly amongst them. This is the Guildhall of Winchester. Beautiful columns, beautiful, nicely looked after too.
Just on the left there's a sign that says, here on the side of the building there's a sign that says to London 63 miles, Southampton 12, Portsmouth 27, Salisbury 25.
So right next to the Guildhall we've got this other beautiful building. This is the Winchester School of Art. And it is still only the 5th of January, so the Christmas lights are still up here. And just looking ahead, it looks as though we've got a market to walk around, and we always love a market. So that's a little added bonus for us today. One of the chefs I particularly like to watch on the TV is Rick Stein, and here he is with his restaurant in Winchester. One of the casualties of recent years is Debenhams, and here in Winchester it's closed and is now to let, but it's also provided a facade, some really pretty pictures of there. One is showing the clear waters that we've been watching of the River Itchen, and it's a perfect ingredient, it tells us, for producing local food and drink. And here's the market that's now being installed, already being set up, early at the moment. But oh, what's this? Our great friend in Mallorca, Adolfo, loves records, and this would be just perfect for him. They buy and they sell vinyl records. The market here has got some fresh fish, so we'll just have a quick look at the fresh fish. And some lovely fruit and veg down here.
Mangoes.
It's early, so no one's actually come out and bought anything yet, so this is just how it is displayed. Some places are not quite set up yet, but some beautiful fresh fish.
Good morning.
Really good.
How you doing, all right?
Very good. Happy New Year to you. Can't take any of that with us, unfortunately. That looks really good. Marks and Spencers, they'll be opening up. Looks like they may already be open.
Hello. How are you?
Anita's already bought all the Christmas cards for next year, but she can always buy a few more, I think.
Birthdays in there.
Oh, birthday cards you're looking for now. It's Holland and Barrett. It's a really pretty street to walk up and down. Silverware here. Knives, your forks, your spoons. Oh, and the bone-handled ones over there, which I particularly like. And loads of them here, look. Buy an old bottle. Lots of different breads. Ooh, do I need a new hat? That's a question. No. Not today, perhaps. Coming out so early in the morning means we get the street to ourselves pretty much. There's not many people wandering around yet. I'm sure it's going to get a lot busier as the day moves on. And just a little reminder of Spain. Here's the Santander Bank. We'll be back very, very soon, and we'll be continuing to do our videos from Mallorca. And well, we're looking forward to that. We're quite excited about it, but it'll be very sad eventually when we do have to leave our family behind. And just walking up the street, you see that on the left-hand side, it's all undercover, and it's an idea that came back from the, I don't know, from the 16th century, I suppose. You see this a lot in Chester, in the Rows, and it just makes so much sense why they haven't done that in modern town centres. I don't know. Protect people from the rain while they can continue to do their shopping. And just outside a Clark's shop, we were actually in Clark's Village just last week. Clark's Village, where the original Clark's factories were years ago. It's now an outlet shopping centre, but does retain a little bit of the history of Clark's shoes. And there is a big Clark's shop there. W.H. Smith's. It's a nice old building for W.H. Smith's. And that's got a Mallorca connection now, because we now have W.H. Smith's in Mallorca, well, at least in the airport in Mallorca. We spotted at least two of them as we were leaving Palma a couple of weeks ago, and read that they were actually branching out in other airports in Europe as well. Christmas tree in Winchester is still standing and looking quite good. Lights are on, and it's just full of beautiful architecture, this town. Lovely bakery there with lots of fresh bread in the window.
The ivy. Very famous. Breakfast there, darling.
Breakfast at the Ivy.
That's what we do here.
So that was really good, really enjoyed the Ivy, but we're going to carry on walking up the High Street, I guess it is here, in Winchester. Beautiful old clock up there, right above Lloyd's Bank. And the statue up there, which actually says Anna Regina, and from 1713. And then on the opposite side of the road, we've got a lovely black and white. Later on this year, we'll be visiting Chester, and we'll see lots of black and whites there, black and white houses. But Winchester has its share. Here's a very old name in men's clothing, that's Moss Bros. Gentlemen's Outfitters. And the bells are just ringing out. It's 10 o'clock. And you can see lots more shops down that way. Just have a look at a map. See exactly where we are. So it says you are here, and the really interesting place that we've got to go to is down here. We've got to go down to the cathedral, so that's where we're heading. I'm just walking past Waterstones and finding a book here, and it's called Lessons in Chemistry. That's interesting. And look at the book down there. It's actually got lots and lots of elements from the periodic table. Lots of beautiful architecture continues as we walk around Winchester, but here's something that's modern, and it's a water dispenser. We've started to see a lot of these now in Palma, and you can fill your bottle up, or you can have a drink, or if you've got a little dog with you, you've got some water down below there as well, so it's really quite handy. And an interesting display in the window next to it of different pieces of porcelain. And being someone from Stoke-on-Trent, I recognise the name Twyford's there. Highly decorated lavatory bowl up at the top there, made by Twyford's, which was only a few hundred yards from where I used to live 100 years ago. So one of the main reasons I wanted to visit Winchester today was to come and visit the cathedral. But the cathedral itself has an amazing history, dating back over 1,000 years, when there was a minster here before it. But now we've got this magnificent building behind for us to discover. But before we go in, I just wanted to show you the really splendid display of poppies here, which I suppose Remembrance Day isn't too far ago in the past, and poppies being left here by lots and lots of different groups, and one that particularly stands out to me, of course, is the ones that have been presented by the Scouts. So we can see the Explorer there, Scouts there, and there's another Scouts one in the distance, and then lots of other ones which have been left by different groups. So lest we forget. So just turning around now and having a look at the school parties that have just arrived. We're going to be joined by lots of children, and well, I suppose we should feel at home with that, dear. We're now retired, but certainly we like to see children enjoying different bits of history, and this cathedral's got plenty of that. So we're going to make our way in. We've got to go through the door on the left, and I guess that's where we have to pay. Well, I've just learned that it costs £10,000 a day to keep the cathedral running. So every little counts, I suppose, and we've made our little contribution today. We just stopped off in the cafe. This is the cafe attached to the visitor centre here, and we're just finishing off with a nice latte. Well, we've just had a very interesting walk around the museum here in Winchester, and we're going to continue on our little expedition. I think Anita's in her element now. She's found the shops.
Should we get the special hot chocolate?
There's quite a lot of interesting looking restaurants around this area. Ooh, it's an exciting shop for me. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. The London Camera Exchange. I'm always looking for fancy cameras. Well, maybe you're not so interested, so I'm going to switch the camera off for a bit while I have a gaze. We're going to head towards the railway station. Not that we're going to catch a train, but that it's an easy pick-up point. And it's actually very quiet today because it's a strike day it's an interesting set of Christians. I like Christians. Yeah, the railway network has let us down somewhat on this particular trip. In the summer we bought these senior tickets so that we could get reduced prices, and we've not been able to use them because the trains have not been in our favour. So out of all the train journeys we might have made while we've been here, we might end up only making 2. You going in there? I just found a shop to go into. Dangerous. So we carry on up the High Street, heading towards that interesting looking building up there, which is called the Westgate. Interesting Masonic connection there too, for those in the know. Horse and Rider by Elizabeth Frink from 1975. Good job, Dennis is here to correct me. Thank you, darling. A little bit hilly, but I think we're going to be getting our steps in today. So this is the Westgate, and there is a Westgate Museum, but unfortunately we're not really going to have time to investigate the Westgate Museum. Just across the road is the police station. I hope you don't need that. I've got a little bit of information on the Westgate. Medieval gateway to Winchester from a fortified medieval gate to a debtor's prison and a home to the city archives. The Westgate has had many lives over the many centuries. Inside, explore the remarkable history of this ancient monument, discover the story of the Tudor and Stuart Winchester, and marvel at the magnificent painted ceiling commissioned to celebrate the marriage of Mary I to Philip of Spain in Winchester Cathedral in 1554. So we actually mentioned that, I think, when we were in the cathedral. If you haven't watched the cathedral video, then it's a good one to have a look at. We were told about the banners in there, ones that are there now are relatively modern, but during the wedding that was just mentioned there, the Spanish banners were brought over and then taken back to Spain, and apparently are in the Prado Museum, so maybe on some future occasion we might get to see them. We need to cross this busy road. I'll be able to do it now. There we go. Which is building, impressive building in front of us is the Hampshire County Council. And right outside there is a bronze pig. Sure what the relevance of that is, but quite a good bronze pig. And across the road another memorial stone. I'm guessing we've got to cross over here. And make our way in this direction. Out of the town now, heading towards, hopefully, the railway station. Well, we've made our way down to the station now, and our daughter's coming to pick us up because most of the trains are, well, it says please inquire. I guess that means they're cancelled. So not many trains are actually running on time. So it's no trains for us today. What we're going to do is get a lift home. We've had a great day here in Winchester and seen lots of interesting things. Made lots of video. It took me ages to edit it all together. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it and thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye bye.